Hey traders, welcome back to another market update. Today we are going to be taking a look at the currency market and seeing what's moving in terms of technical analysis and look for potential trade ideas that I find in my own analysis. So what we're going to start with is Euro USD, and Euro dollar has been continuously falling. You can see in the last kind of several weeks we've had a lot of bearishness on this pair, but we are starting to see what looks to be a potential bounce. Now the idea here is I think that if price makes a way up to kind of this trend line downwards as well as this resistance zone, that there's a possibility that we see the trend continue to roll over on Euro USD here. We could see a potential short-term bounce here, but I think that this level has been very bearish and that we have a pretty good chance of seeing price roll over and continue. So that's just my opinion, and that's a trade setup that I'm looking for personally on Euro USD. GBP USD here continuing to kind of range back and forth. You can see we're still kind of testing and holding this area. GBP dollar did have a bullish rally towards the end of last week, but you can see we're starting out pretty bearish this week. We gapped down at the start of the week, and then we started to see price continue to move down. Big thing to watch for here, in my opinion, would be a break of this consolidation zone, looking for some sort of continuation play, purely off of the basis that, okay, we have this back and forth market, right? And if price decides to break structure, I think it could continue bearish and kind of break through this pattern that we are seeing right now. Dollar yen is breaking through the highs. You can see we broke all the way up through here, and if you remember from our last market updates, we talked about the idea here that price could be pulling back, right, and looking for this potential setup is one that I'm looking for personally in my own trading accounts, looking for that US dollar yen pullback to this significant level. I really like the idea of that trade. If it sets up, then I'll be happy to look to take some positions there. XAU USD breaking through the highs here, which is crazy because the US dollar is strong right now, but so is gold, which causes a conflict of interest. We did break through this significant level of resistance. You can see a lot of bullishness coming into this market. I think that, you know, again, the pullback play might be something that you see, but gold has just been absolutely skyrocketing lately, and it shows like no signs of slowing up, right? We've had that long-term trend, we've had the trend line hold, we've had the above the 200 period moving average, and what it seems like is price here is just continuously running to the upside in favor of this big bull run on XAU USD. So to me, I'm still bullish on this pair. I haven't changed my my kind of idea there. I'm still looking to be a bull on gold if we get good retests. So for example, if price comes down to here, you know, looking for the continuation. Another trade might be if price makes its way all the way to that trend line, there might be a bounce there to try and shoot for. Just some ideas that I have in my own personal analysis as potential setups. Brent crude is the next one. You can see Brent crude actually sold off here at the start of the week. You can see we gapped down and saw a little bit of continuation here in the start of the week. So testing this area here still kind of in this general zone of support to see if we can kind of find that longer term bounce. If we get another bounce, if we get a break above this high, I think we could see continuation here. It looks like price has done a little bit more than retesting at this point. You can see we are pulling back pretty sharply. So we'll see what we get there. WTI crude, similar story. You can see holding this general area of support right now, but we did not hold it on the retest. You can see we actually broke through that so far. So we'll see how this candle closes. If we close underneath this level, we might actually see some shorter term continuation. I'll zoom in a little bit, right? This kind of level of support was very strong for buyers. So if price decides to get underneath here and close like that, that could actually mean we potentially would be headed down to test these recent lows here on oil. Next up is AUD USD, which did break through the lows here. You can see a big deal here, kind of breaking through that longer term low that we've been watching, which is a big kind of move. That's a big statement for the bears here. If we see a retest, there might even be a beautiful trade to continue lower. But again, maintaining my bearish bias on this pair, which it has been in this longer term downtrend, and price just looks like it wants to continue lower. So we'll see what ends up happening there on AUD USD. New Zealand yen is our last one, still ranging on this pair. You can see if price comes down to this area, I like the idea of trading that 4-hour bounce potentially, right? Trading the back and forth on this pair might be a nice little setup. So we'll see if that plays out. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you get something out of it, and we'll see you back next time.